Yeah, g'day folks, Davey B. Just want to make a quick little video over our journey that's brought us to where we are. TTOTC, what a hell of a ride. Each and every one of us have a different story to tell. Like that first footprint in the sand on the beach after the tides come in and gone back out and left you a fresh slate to walk on. Walk freely upon this earth, but leave no footprint behind. Our time on this planet is something special. It can be unique with what it is you choose to do or you choose to offer. Just going to read a little piece out of Forrest's TTOTC. Bear with me. Page 103. When this realization hit me, at last I knew, if I cannot enrich those with whom I interact each day and cause them to do better, to be better, my apologies, for my having passed their view, then I have wasted my turn. That I succeed in this endeavour is not as important as it is for me to make a solid try. For if the try is sincere, I have succeeded in whatever failure resulted. Kiss her on the cheek and whisper something that she will later note in her heart for keepsakes. Open the door for her, not to make her way easier, but just to say you care. Be there when she arrives to let her know your time with her is important. Silence can be well understood if she sees an approving look. So now, at last, at least for me I know, and if no one should ever think of me when I have passed this veil, it will be of no consequence, for I have fully found my way, and am at peace with all of it. Rest in peace, Forrest. I've met some people. It's been a most unusual adventure, to say the least. I've travelled the world. I've seen the perspective of people in another country. I hear the points of view of others, but I don't think they have heard ours. Could it simply be that we may be the only ones that can see something, or are we seeing something that's not there? What if? I know how much work Mario and myself have put into this. We are not under the influence of anything with the exception of exhilaration. Finding the information in that poem is what this thrill of the chase is all about. I think Forrest capped it well. I tried to think of everything. And obviously we are not the only ones that can see these things. Queen Anne has got information from what I understand out of the poem. Tim, man, I really want to catch up with you one day. That'd be awesome. And yeah, there's information you've got. I haven't had the ability nor the chance to catch up on what it is you've got. I'm sure it would blow my mind. I think finding stuff in that poem was what this was all about. And being able to proofread that poem makes it bulletproof. Boris Van, you blow my mind. This has been, and I'm quite sure that we as in everyone in the thrill of the chase, is going to be probed and prodded forever. It brought me that page. I think that was the same page. I'm just thinking of something else I want to read. Yeah, 102. But what about those of us who are not great men? Are we not somehow entitled to leave a slight footprint somewhere? Did Lee Harvey Oswald thirst so for remembrance that nothing else mattered? Or John Wilkes Booth? Both of them, and a multitude of others, have conveyed the same meaning in vastly different ways and at vastly different times and places. But they all really said the same thing. Look at me. I'm somebody. Please don't forget. So, of course, we forgot. What if what we are saying hasn't been considered by others? What if I'm not saying only we. I can't say that because Queen Anne and Tim and everyone that's read that poem has taken different information out of it. But at the end of the day, the poem proves itself. And that is what this is about. Forrest Fenn, we don't know how you done it, man. It is incredible. The world must see it. To the players from all over, I know it's concentrated in America. However, there's people from all over the world. Kiwi, you've got Michael in Japan. There's a multitude of people from all over. And forgive me, I can't recite everybody. I can't do it. But I want to say thank you for playing the part of who you are in this thrill of the chase. What if I think that's what it's all about. Everything is in the poem. And we were told over and over and over, repeatedly told over and over. Mario has done videos. What's going on in the poem? People just don't want to listen. Oh, you don't put proof out. We've put everything out. Oh, you don't give nothing. You're not listening. But that's cool. That's cool. I think that's what Forrest was saying in his book. And if you didn't hear him when he said, hear me all and listen good, follow you. I'm standing up for something I believe in. And there's people in the chase that have said exactly that same thing. But now we are being mocked. Now we are being laughed at. But you know what? I don't care, because I know what I can see. You look at a motor, do you know how to build it? No. Do you have to know how to build it to drive it? No. I can read the poem and I know how it was built. I believe anyway. The information in that poem is unbelievable. Linking it all up together is amazing. And I think that was the 66,000 links. There was a link to this and a link to that and a link to this and a link to that. And you just had to understand what Forrest was saying. People's interpretations on this are unbelievably different. And that could come from culture. That could come from country. That could come from opinion. And I think Forrest knew this. I think Forrest knew exactly what was going to happen, exactly how, exactly when, with a definitive answer at the other end. But that answer is not sitting on the surface. Oh no. That answer is way in the poem, and you got to do this and turn the page, and do this and turn the page, and do this and turn the page. Go on that adventure, that rabbit hole, this. I've got the hiccups. Reading that poem was one of the major, it blows me. And to hear people go, oh no, it can't be, it can't. Okay, it can't be. But what if you only needed one person? Or two people in this case to see it? What if the way I was brought up what if the way my father brought me up was exactly the same way that Forrest was talking? What if that's all that was needed? And the same with Mario. I mean, what Mario's put into this is unbelievable. He's done souls every other which way possible. Every other which way. He knows the outcomes of them. He knows what's going on. He knows what's happening. He knows how the poem, where it leads to, where it comes from, how it got there, who's got it, who's going to get it. He knows everything. Mario has done a fantastic job in this chase. And at this end of it, we're being mocked. The reason it can't be shared presently is because the timing's not right. And for the people that haven't solved that poem, they can't see it, nor can they understand why. And that's the beauty of the poem. It's awesome. Yeah, it can take you anywhere. Yeah, it can take you everywhere. Yeah, you can be misguided. But that's why you've got to read it over and over and over and over again. The chase has been one of the most unbelievable things I have ever done. And for that, I thank everyone in the chase, everyone that has played their part, willingly or unwillingly. Like Forrest said, people will make their entrances and their exits. That story of Forrest in the park letting those two tyres down, I think that was Forrest. You can't drive the car in there. How'd you get permission to come in? Because of your white shoes and your smart dress and everything. Who are you? You're not more important than me. I'm going to let your tyres down. I'm going to stick it to the man. That's what that was, in my point of view. Forrest didn't like authority. He didn't hostile authority. He just didn't like being told what to do. And I think when he got raided, that's what that was all about. Not going to break the rules, but I sure as hell going to bend them. So what if it's not as simple as, there it is over there under that tree. Or up there under that waterfall. What if it's not that? What if it's in the poem? What if? What if? We've been telling people for 2 years, we're not moving, we're not budging, we're sticking to it. Someone once told me that if you fight for what you believe in, and that's exactly what we're doing right now. We believe wholeheartedly what's in that poem. And there's not a man on this fucking planet that can change our minds. We know what's in that poem. Anyway, just thought I'd share that and thank everybody. I think there's still more adventure to come. More discoveries to be made, and that's like down at your local park, man. Get your detector out and go for a walk. Have a look under that rock. Check out over there and roll that log over. Teach the kids to build a sandcastle. Put footprints in the sand. There's plenty to do, guys. Make a fire without matches. Come on. In the future, when we are screwed, we're going to need those skills. Chops don't come on a polystyrene tray. We need the butchers. We need the people that can do those things. We need the hunters and gatherers. Collecting. Forrest was a collector. He's a hunter. It's all about the bottle tops and the string. What's he saying? There's many messages in those stories and that poem, and we all interpret them different. It doesn't mean we're wrong. It doesn't mean you're wrong. It just means we're different. We've got a different solution. We can see something that someone else might not be able to. And I just don't believe for 1 minute, if you did not put the effort into that poem, you cannot have the answers Forrest wants. I just don't think that's possible. Not after what we found. We cannot have. You're all saying, oh yeah, that's a coincidence, that's bullshit, yeah, you wait. Wait till you see what happens. In my opinion, anyway. But it's all good. We're wrong. We're wrong. Probably cop a hiding for it. I copped a flogging for 3 days just recently. Felt like I went 10 rounds a day with Muhammad Ali. Yeah, thanks. That was awesome. Just because you didn't agree with what I was saying. Or you were mocking what it is that Forrest done. Thanks. I needed that. Not. But anyway. All good. Davey B. Thrill of the chase. The chase will never end. I hope at the other end of all this, everyone is cool and the world is a happy place. Davey B.